an issue has been raised, that of standing. We certainly have a right to address that. To not be able to address that doesn't even begin to touch upon anybody's due process rights. To completely ignore the ability to us to at least present in writing a counter to what the staff has recommended is only fair justice and fair opportunity to be heard. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Sam, was the notice sent out return mail?
No.
No.
Okay. Did your client inform me that he received the notice stuff?
I was verbally informed I got no notice. I need to get the actual documents so I can read it and find out what it's all about. I never got that.
Okay.
There's no obligation to give notice. You could issue a paper.
I got it, Bill.
There's no further
Yeah,
argument.
I got it.
Well, just as board discussion, again, I'm not an attorney. You know, we have attorneys here that we rely on to a large degree in matters of process, and so I find it difficult to second guess our attorneys.
So the question is, do we defer for this as the attorney requested, or we rule on it?
Yeah, I got earlier, John, when you spoke about the Kuleana and what we're doing here. I feel for the Hawaiian people in the Hawaiian Kingdom, but at this point, my decision is based on the laws that I know of, that are represented by the Attorney Generals and the people and the staff and everything else. As far as, your standing with regards because of Native Hawaiian and the Hawaiian Kingdom, that's not for me to argue. My decision has to be based on the laws that I'm guided by now. And I assume as far as the notice, you will probably come back the same kind of thing in terms with regards to the Hawaiian Kingdom law. No different from what Mr. Lee has already represented, or pretty similar to that, as your client had already expressed. I feel for you folks, but again, like I said, whether my decision should be based on Hawaiian Kingdom laws as opposed to the laws that I'm familiar with, that's not for me to argue. I need to make my decision based on what I'm familiar with and what I'm guided by, what I'm here for.
With all due respect, sir, the burden is upon you fine gentlemen and lady to actually prove you have jurisdiction. We all know the history. And so the question
I know the
up.
history, but that's why I'm saying.
That's right.
That's not for me. That's not for me to argue.
If you know the history.
Sir, the public hearing is closed. We're deliberating right now. Okay? Please sit down.
No, I understand what you're saying, but the question is, you need to prove your jurisdiction. You cannot rule standing or not if you can't prove to the people you have jurisdiction.
Please sit down. Thank you.
Can you even prove to yourself you have jurisdiction?
They got the point. You're just badgering them now.
God, we want change, brother. We want justice.
Just shut up.
That's not for us to decide that.
What was that?
You heard me.
You want to go outside and talk about it?
Not really.
You want to make a move like that?
Come on. Cool off.
Hey, I didn't start it.
I know, but just cool off.
All right.
Be bigger than that.
I don't stand down. This is the truth. Please, why don't you guys stand up for the truth for once?
Okay.
Well, going back to what Jerry was saying, I guess I kind of feel the same way, as I'm not sure what new information might come out. Again, and I hate to second guess, the advice of attorneys.
Well, the question was directed to me, and so we're not asking you to make a decision based on kingdom law. All we're saying is that this is an administrative process in order to do a contested case so that the hearings officer will be able to make that determination when we bring the evidence here. And what has happened is that the Attorney General has decided, for whatever reason, that me as a Hawaiian person doesn't have standing. And I'm saying I do have standing, Kumuli has standing, and so let let the administrative hearings officer make that determination.
I think,
That's all we're saying.
board member,
We've got that information.
since I'm not chairing right now and you are going to speak up, I think what we have is a legal question about, whether there is standing and whether this advice is right. And I think the appropriate authority to take on that question about whether our legal advice is right or wrong would be the circuit court. And my recommendation is that we would follow the advice that we've received from our counsel, and if parties disagree with that, the appropriate authority to be taking a look at that is not an administrative hearing officer, which is just going to come back to us again. It would be a circuit court. And they can, if we've made a decision to say no, then the parties can file an appeal to a court, and the court would be the one to decide whether, the decision is right or not. And then we would abide by that in future decisions. But if it went through an administrative contested case hearing process, it's just going to end up back in front of this board again. So really, what we need is more of a higher judicial authority to decide whether this advice is right or not, and the way to trigger that process is to make a decision today.
I concur.
I think that's on the right track, and I have a few words to say. Na ui aloha I nei Kanaka Maoli pa'a. Ka hana pono no nei moana nui o kona. And kuhi au ia o kau e holo ho o pi'i I mea I ho o pa'a I ko o mau puli ana pono I. Na uwale I ho ole I ke koho mamua e pili ana o ke ia mea pilikia nui. I was the board member that took the minority opinion that the unproven farm was not a good idea at the time. And I think that the way to pursue this is as the chair suggests.
We agree.
So board members, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion passed. We'll move on to,
Ron, just so people understand, the approval was to deny the contested case hearing, and then that would trigger an ability to go with. Okay. Okay, just to make sure you
Can I also make a recommendation that you folks send me the notices? We're certainly entitled to that. Is that a reasonable request?
we got that. We got that.
You got it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I sure hope so.
Is that a
It didn't happen.
procedural flaw in doing that? Because to me, that's
You got the
not
notice.
right.
That's something you guys can raise also if you want to go through an appeal.
No, but you'll be issuing an order denying. I'm going to get the order, right?
You're looking at us.
It'll be the board.
I apologize, it's my office's.
Well, I don't want to have this again. I don't want to have this again.
You'll get a notice from us.
I want assurance from the board, not from you.
Yeah, but he's the one screwed up.
I'm telling you, I screwed up. I'm gonna make it
That's
better,
right.
okay?
Then
I'm
he
gonna
make
send you
it
a
right.
notice.
We will
Yes.
get you notice.
And you have, okay, fine.
It's the pillow right there. Let's go.
We're on to 11. Okay. So we did 8. 7.
Ikua, ikua, uki, ikua, koi, ikua, mau, mau,